Hey, it's Dan. So in this video I want to talk to you about how to become a millionaire.
Welcome to the Daniel Latto Podcast Show. Fresh content covering business, investing, marketing, money, health and more.
Hey, it's Dan. Hope you're well. So let's talk about being a millionaire status and kind of what that means. So I guess I've been in that club for quite some time. We invested in property, started at age 26, went all the way through. I'm 51 now. Almost 25 years in just a few months' time, actually. And we have bought an awful lot of property. We've also sold some. And the millionaire status is the difference between how much property you own, say 7 million, and how much debt you owe on it. So let's say 5 million. So then that 2 million in the middle, on paper, that makes you a millionaire. Realistically, though, I really don't like that idea of what a millionaire is, because you might be massively in debt. You might not be able to afford to go on holiday or to, just jump on a plane and go to Bali or whatever, right? So I'm kind of uncomfortable with that. And I think there's this big idea that we should all be millionaires and it's really important. And actually it's bullshit, because really you can live a millionaire-esque lifestyle on just 10 grand a month, and I've done some podcasts about just earning 10 grand a month before. So where does this come from? And also, going back 20 years, a millionaire was worth a lot more than it is today. Like, is $1 million even enough? Probably not. If you've got £1 million sat in the bank and you're getting 6%, that's only 60 grand a year. What does 60 grand a year get you in the UK right now? Not that much, So it's not millionaire status that I think that you should be going for. I think it's having the freedom that being a millionaire gives you. And you can only have that freedom if you're cutting your costs back. So if you've got £1 million in the bank, yeah, you're a millionaire, and it's making you 60 grand a year, let's say, 6% interest. It won't be in a bank, it'll be in some investment fund of some kind, a FTSE 100 or whatever, an ISA or a pension or whatever that happens to be. But if you're spending 65 grand a year, you're going to go bust. So, yeah, you might be a millionaire, but you're overspending. And, Floyd Mayweather has been a millionaire several times over, spent it all, lost it all, became a millionaire again, spent it all, lost it all. And a lot of professional athletes go through this because they think that the money that they're going to make at the peak of their career is going to last a long, long time, and it just doesn't. But how do you even get to the stage where you've got £1 million worth of equity? And I think that's an important consideration that we should really talk about. So, are you going to go get £1 million of equity? That could be £1 million in the bank, or it could be, £2 million worth of property with £1 million worth of mortgage debt. You're still a millionaire on paper there. How do you do that? Do you get it working 9 to 5? How much an hour do you think you need to earn over how many years? And then what you're going to do? Save for 30 years? Everything that you earn, except a small amount to live on? Like, that's not life, that's not living. So for me, the way that we did it was we bought assets that generate cash flow, property, and the reason why we have businesses is because those businesses generate cash flow as well to go out and buy more assets. Then you have to let nature take its course, and nature taking its course is these ups and downs of the market that, yeah, they go up and down, but over a long enough period of time will increase over a period of time. And I pause there because I just got back from Billionaire Bootcamp in Bali, and one of the things we were talking about was Warren Buffett, and what he says is you want really wet snow and a really long ramp. That's how you're going to get a really big snowball. So the really wet snow is the cash flow, the really long ramp is the amount of time that you're generating this cash flow, and the big snowball at the end is £1 million in a bank that then generates more cash, yet more really wet snow, and over a longer period of time, instead of 10 years, 20 or 30 years. And so that's, again, it's kind of a snake eating its own tail. It feeds upon itself, and that's where you need to be as well. You need to have a method of generating maximum amount of income whilst keeping your costs as low as possible, while investing the difference between what you earn and what you save, what you earn and what you spend, that difference right there should be going into an asset. It could be crypto, maybe. It's kind of like guessing, if you like. It could be property. Property prices will go up over the average over a period of time. Inflation is built into the system. You have some uncertainty with interest rates, especially recently, where they've gone up 14 times in a row. But it could be ISAs, FTSE 100, you could be investing everything into Apple stock or Coca-Cola stock or Facebook or Tesla, whatever that's going to be. Some differences between those stocks, by the way, are things like Tesla, like a lot of tech companies, either don't pay a dividend or pay a very small dividend. Microsoft, for example, Apple pay a very small dividend, but their stock price goes up and up and up, and then they split it and it goes up again, then they split it and goes up again. That's what Tesla did. I bought Tesla at I think $200 a share, and it's been split a couple of times since we bought that, and obviously the shares have done pretty well, right? So again, that's the really wet snow over a long period of time, and you end up with a really big snowball. This is how you get to being a millionaire status. If you're currently exchanging your time for money, let's say you're a Deliveroo driver, and by the way, nothing wrong with being a Deliveroo driver. I would rather you be a delivery person, not a driver either, because one bikes. A Deliveroo rider, I'd rather you do that than sat on your ass on benefits and not doing anything. And I would also rather that you get educated in something, allocate the time for more education, and start a business that's going to generate some more side hustle. And that money should be used for buying property. For me, it was property. It doesn't have to be property, but buying an asset where the asset's going to go up in value. You have to do it. You're not going to do this by being in a job. Yeah, you could earn 100 grand a year, but the problems with earning 100 grand a year in a job is that then you need the nice car, then you need the nice house, then you need the nice clothes, and it's bullshit, really. It is bullshit, and that's not how it's going to work. So you've got to put yourself into a position where you can generate a lot of cash. You put that into assets that also generate cash, but also have the opportunity to increase in value over time. If you can get yourself into a position like that, you're going to have a really good shot at it, as long as you do it for a long enough period of time. I've been in property for 25 years. That's a long enough amount of time, and it has its ups and downs, and right now we're going through a down because it's a pain in the ass, quite frankly. Maybe it's because I live so far away, maybe it's because I don't trust letting agents, which I don't. Could be all sorts of reasons, right? And you'll have your own challenges and your own things that you're going to have to go through. You know what solves a lot of those challenges, by the way, just to finish up on this? You know, we just had a new boiler replaced, there's 1,700 quid. We've had a door kicked in by the police, that was lovely, there's £1,000. So almost 3 grand this month. Poof, gone. It's not even this month. This last week, we've had that. We're 13th of December, whatever it is. We're only halfway through the blooming month. So what else is there that we're going to have to deal with? Who knows? Christmas and December and all the rest of it. No doubt another boiler will go at some point. But this is, these things are going to come and get you, right? And the way that you deal with those things is that you maintain high enough cash flow for it not to actually matter. If you've got a business generating £25,000 a month and your boiler goes at 1,700 quid, who cares, quite frankly? Because you've got enough income to cover any of these expenses that are going to happen, and they will happen, by the way. They will happen. So look, I hope you find that useful. I'm just coming up to my destination now, but we'll catch up with you on the next one. Have a wicked day. Take care.